A frenzy of activity out on the campaign trail today. The two presidential candidates are battling it out in the appropriately named battleground states. The two VP candidates are performing the role of attack dog, and plenty of surrogates are in on the action too. So what impact is all of this having on voters? Political editor Mark Preston is joining us live from West Virginia. Mark, a state that could be becoming a surprise battleground?
Well, absolutely, Namwa. I am here in Ripley, West Virginia, a town of 3,500. We're about 30 miles outside of the capital of Charleston. This is a state that Barack Obama, by all accounts, should not be competing in. But however, he is now. Namwa, he is starting to pour money into this state, resources into this state. When you turn on the television, you are seeing Barack Obama ads. Back in the primary, Barack Obama did not spend very much time and very little money in this state. He basically ceded it to Hillary Clinton. John McCain should not be worried about this state, but the polls are getting tight. And I will tell you, Namwa, the people that I've spoken to here on Main Street in Ripley, West Virginia, say it is going to be a squeaker on Election Day.
Wow. All right. Well, let's stick with the polls for now, because I know, Mark, the CNN has a new national poll of polls. We've had the recent polls showing the race as tightening nationally. Is that beginning to turn around?
Yeah, well, what we've seen today for the first time in the CNN poll of polls, our likely voter model shows that Barack Obama has a 9-point advantage nationally over John McCain. This is the largest ever, Namwa, in the CNN poll of polls. Now, I caution, we are 2 weeks away from Election Day. Anything can happen. However, this is the largest. We've seen it at this time. Tomorrow, it could drop to 8. It could jump to 10. But that's what's happening, as we're seeing that voters are finally deciding who they're going to support on Election Day.
And of course, that is our national poll of polls. We do always say that it comes down to the states, and John McCain is in Pennsylvania again today. State polls have him trailing Obama by more than 10 points, so why is he focusing on Pennsylvania?
Well, Namwa, if you talk to some of his advisors and if you talk to some analysts, they say that John McCain must win Pennsylvania if he is to win the White House. Mathematically, there are other ways for him to win on November 4th. However, a lot of people are saying that John McCain must go in and pick up that huge cache of electoral votes. As you said, right now, Barack Obama has a bit of a lead in the state, but John McCain thinks that he can reach out to those Reagan Democrats. These are voters who supported Hillary Clinton in the primary. These are voters who tend to be a little bit more conservative and might be suspect about Barack Obama being the next commander-in-chief. You will see John McCain spend today there. I expect he will be spending several more days there, as will his running mate Sarah Palin, in the coming weeks.
All right, and you were talking there, Mark, about McCain's strategy for winning the White House and that he has to hang on to those Republican states, the states that George Bush won last time around. And those, of course, include Florida, which might be why we were seeing Barack Obama there today.
Yeah, absolutely. Barack Obama, you know, if you talk to the Obama campaign, they have said all along that Obama would campaign vigorously in that state. We know there are 27 electoral votes in that state, a huge cache of votes. And right now, Barack Obama is spending millions of dollars on the television airwaves down there to try to win that state. It is a toss-up right now by CNN estimates, and our viewers can go onto CNN.com and they can play with the electoral map, see which road to victory Obama or McCain might take. But again, they are fighting ferociously right now for the state of Florida.
Exactly. Every day counts, which is why it may be somewhat surprising that Barack Obama is leaving the campaign trail on Thursday through Saturday. It's for good reason, to visit his sick grandmother, but could this be detrimental to him professionally?
You know, Namwa, I don't think so, because I don't think voters, given the situation with Barack Obama's grandmother, I'm sure they're fully understanding that he must leave the campaign trail. She is ailing, she is in poor health, and she You know, one thing about Barack Obama is, and we've heard this in the past, is that he has some regrets when his mother was dying of cancer of not to spend more time with her. He certainly will not have that regret now with his grandmother. We will see him leave the campaign trail later this week, spend some time with her in Hawaii, before he returns on the campaign trail.
We do often talk about how the candidates need to be humanized. We often talk about it in the context of going on late night talk shows, for example, and I guess this will be another example of that.
Yeah, absolutely. No question about that. And certainly do not expect to hear anything from the McCain campaign other than sympathy and well wishes, given the tough time that the Obama family is going through right now.
Yeah, certainly appropriate. All right, Mark, thank you very much for joining us live from West Virginia.